But before we call the meeting to order, I'm in shades because my eyes are dilated. I had an eye exam. So, not just trying to be cool. We will have the prayer, Pledge of Allegiance, and the Pledge of Texas by Councilman Gutierrez. Please stand.
First, I'd like to start with a moment of silence for the city of Dayton and the city of El Paso. O Lord, O Heavenly Father, high and mighty, King of kings and Lord of lords. This past weekend, you have shown the world how a community can unite in times of tragedy. And we thank you for those blessings and your prayers. Be thou present, O God of wisdom, and direct the council of this honorable assembly to continue to bless this city and enable us to settle the issues and concerns so that we may build a strong community. Let the harmony and peace, the truth and justice prevail and flourish among all of those that gather here today. Preserve the health of their bodies and the vigor of their minds, and shower us with your blessings. In your name, amen. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
We will recognize Brenda Dennis, City Secretary, who will provide the oath of office to the newly elected Mayor Pro Tem, Tim Brown.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
Tim Brown,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of City of Schertz Mayor Pro Tem
the duties of City of Schertz, Mayor Pro Tem,
and will to my best ability
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and the laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God. Correct. Thank you all for your support, and thank the council members for your support and trust in my ability to take this on. So first order of business is the, hold on just a second here. All right, first order of the business are the presentations that we have. 20-year service pin for Lieutenant Chris Meek with the Fire Department. Mr. Brown.
Chris, would you come up here, please? Well, this is a great night. It's not often that we get to honor an employee for such a long tenure of service as we're recognizing Chris Meek tonight. He has 20 years of service with the city of Schertz. What a marvelous achievement that is. And I'm going to talk a little bit about his biography and some of his accomplishments, but I think you'll agree that when we talk about Chris Meek, we're talking about a very versatile person. who has filled a variety of roles with the city over the years and done a fantastic job in all of them. And so it's my pleasure to be able to recognize Chris Meek. Chris started with the fire department as a volunteer in 1997, and he was hired permanently in 1999. He's currently a lieutenant at Station Number 1. He's an engine company lieutenant, but that's not all he's done for the city of Schertz, right? So prior to that, he was the fire department's training coordinator, safety captain, and emergency management coordinator, in addition to being a firefighter for a long time. So he's had a variety of roles and performed extremely well in all of them. Chris was born at McKenna Hospital in New Braunfels. He grew up in Schertz until he was 8 years old, and then in a military family, they moved to Maxwell Air Force Base in Alabama for 8 years, roll tide. And fortunately, he found his way back to Texas and graduated from Samuel Clemens High School. There we go. He went to college. He was going to become an architect, and then he decided to change career paths and become a firefighter instead, and that's been his life's calling ever since. He's currently a master firefighter, a master fire investigator, and he's currently working on his degree in fire and emergency service administration. He became a lieutenant with the Schertz Fire Department in 2005. He's also been a member of the Strack Rescue Team since 2000, and he's a member of Texas Task Force Number 1 since 2006 as a swift water boat operator. He married his wife, Tracy, in May, and they have a combined family of 5 children. They're busy folks. His 2 are Allison and Brody, and Tracy's 3 are Darren, Landon, and Hayden. 3 of them are attending Samuel Clemens High School, and 2 go to Corbett Junior High, and they're back in the back there. So say hello, everybody. Most of Chris's family is from the Schertz area, and they still reside here. And Chris says that firefighting is in his blood, and he had family members who were part of the creation of both the Schertz and Cibolo fire departments. Most of Chris's free time, what free time that he has, with 5 children, spent at the river, at hunting. He also, during baseball season, assists with his son's baseball team and his daughter's FFA projects. So Chris, what an outstanding record you've achieved. It's my pleasure to be able to award you this 20-year pin. It's truly an honor. Not very many employees achieve this, but you have. And we wish you the best, and we hope that you continue for a long time, and hopefully you'll get your 30-year pin someday. Chris Meek, outstanding job. The floor is yours. You want your family to come up?
No, that'd be too many of them. I just want to thank the council, Dr. Brown. It's been a long journey. It's been a lot of fun. I want to thank my family for their support, and my coworkers that are probably some of my best friends now. So I just appreciate all the time and effort y'all given me also. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you very much for your service. Okay, next we have recognition to Dr. Brooke Knowlton for her support with animal care services.
Mayor and Council, I just wanted Animal Services would like to take this opportunity to just acknowledge the help and support that Dr. Brooke Knowlton has provided to Animal Services over the years. She's been a valuable asset to helping us out, not only with the spay, neuters, vaccinations of the animals that we're putting up for adoption, but has gone above and beyond, as well as her staff, in helping us out in medical situations as far as fostering some of the animals that need extensive medical help. Also, even meeting some of my animal control officers in the middle of the night to render aid to injured animals. And so we just wanted to take this time to acknowledge her and recognize her for the hard work that she's done for Animal Services.
It definitely is a team effort. My staff is amazing and has my back. There's a lot of record keeping and things that go into it. So they definitely have my back, and I couldn't do it alone.
Again, thank you very much, and volunteers are in short order.
I'd also like to recognize Dr. Knowlton. She does a fantastic job, and she's really a critical part of our animal care team. So thank you so much for all that you do for us.
All right, next on the agenda, Human Services. Where are we at? There she is.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem, Council. It's my pleasure to be here tonight with HR's newest employee. Yolanda Valdez has been with us for about a month. Yolanda came to the city from Northside Independent School District, where she was in the HR office there for a number of years. And prior to that was in the tourism and hotel management business. So we are so pleased to have her here. Yolanda is married, and they have 2 boys who are actually here with us as well this evening. They love to spend time outdoors, and so just would ask that you help us welcome Yolanda.
The mic is yours if you'd like to say anything.
I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. My family's in the process of relocating to Schertz, and there's a reason. There's a reason I wanted to work here. There's a reason I want to live here and raise my family. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to many, many more years with the city. So thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And next up, Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem, Council, Mr. Brown. Tonight I'd like to introduce you to a new employee, new addition to our Public Works team. This is Leroy Moody. He's a new addition to our Drainage Department. Leroy started July 9th of this year. He was born and lived most of his life here in San Antonio. He graduated, after graduation from high school, he attended college at Southwest Texas Junior College and studied farm and ranch management for 2 years. He then worked in the family business with his dad, and him and his wife, Debbie, started their own company and ran it for 28 years. Leroy currently lives in Marion with his father that he helps take care of, and in his free time, Leroy loves calf roping. I'd like to introduce Leroy Moody.
Welcome. And the mic is all yours.
I just appreciate y'all hiring me here at Schertz here, and plan on retiring here. Thank you.
Good plan. Okay, we have city events and announcements.
Yes, we do. The first thing is, just to let everybody know, the fire department, looks like they've left already, but is accepting donated fans to help our citizens beat the heat in this hot summer. You can drop those off at any of the Schertz fire stations. To council, a reminder that the Northeast Partnership Luncheon is this coming Thursday at 11:30 at Olympia Hills Golf Course and Conference Center. Friday, the Parks Department is doing a movie in the park featuring the movie Kicking and Screaming. That's going to be at the Schertz Soccer Complex at 75 Maskey Road. The event starts at 7 o'clock. It's free to the public. Refreshments will be available for purchase, and they kind of start the movie as it gets dark. Reminder, our next council meeting is a week from tonight, Tuesday, August 13th, here in the council chambers at 6. And we do the first of the 3 community budget meetings Wednesday, August 14th. That's at 6:30, and that's at Corbett Middle School at 12,000 Ray Corbett Drive. The last thing is just as a reminder, we have a general election coming up on November 5th. That's for places 1, 2, and the mayor. Those are all 3-year terms, and any person, any resident desiring to submit their name for candidate needs to do so before Monday, August 19th at 5 p.m., and that gets turned into the city secretary's office.
Thank you. Dr. Brown?
I just have one tonight, and that's to recognize the Parks Department for the reopening of Ashley Park. We had a great dedication. I just want to thank them for their incredibly hard work to meet a very tight deadline. They performed very admirably under adverse circumstances with the heat and all of the factors that go along with that, and they did a tremendous job. So I just wanted to recognize them and thank them for their dedication and hard work.
And one recognition here in the audience, Boy Scout Ken Kelm from Troop 343 is working on his Citizenship and Community Merit Badge. Very good. Welcome. All right. Good week for everything. All right. Now it's time for hearing of residents, and we have 3 on the list. First is Dana Eldridge.
Dana Eldridge, 2628 Gallant Fox Drive, Schertz, Texas. Hi guys, been a while since I've been up here. I just had a couple minor things, mainly dealing with, one is communications. We've got National Night Out coming up here in October. My wife is a neighborhood watch captain for Belmont Park and been organizing things for that National Night Out for the last several years. She got started doing it this year, and the point of contact had changed with the police department. No communication was given to the different neighborhoods that there was a point of contact change. Officer Lafitte no longer is the point of contact. We finally got the point of contact and made communication, or talked to them, got it set up, but it would have alleviated a little bit of scrambling if there had been some communication in regards to that. The citizens of the city of Schertz, if we don't know things, it makes it look bad. So we need to keep those lines of communication open, especially when it's a yearly thing. My other thing was, I was doing a couple things for my son, trying to help him get his house sold, and I was having to do some traveling down 3009 and turning on to, from 78 on to 3009 in the middle of the day. I knew they had changed the light there to be during rush hour to have it turn, 2 lanes turn on to 3009. Almost got hit twice in the last 2 weeks because people are using that turn lane at all hours. I have never seen a police officer out there to try to watch that, to monitor it. It gets very dangerous. People are moving down 78 very quickly, some of them going on to Cibolo, going on through, and all of a sudden you get one person who decides, well, I'm going to turn, even though I'm not in that left-hand turn lane, and it jams everything up, causes people coming out of the different restaurants and that whole area. Something needs to be addressed. I don't know if it's the city of Schertz, I don't know if it's TxDOT, I don't know who it is, but we need to have that addressed, because that, so far I haven't heard of too many accidents there, but it seems to be becoming more problematic. So for safety purposes, we're talking about a bridge or whatever going over there. I don't know how far down the road that is, but something needs to be done.
Thank you. Next up, Maggie Titterington.
Good evening, Council. So I'm very excited that there's 3 of y'all that are going to be on the Chamber Bowl team for the City of Schertz, representing the City of Schertz, since the City of Selma, and it looks like Cibolo as well as the school district are having, it's not a competition, but it still could be a competition. But anyways, we have about 150 players for the morning session, the corporate session, and we are sold out for our lunar, which is 90 players. So we've already surpassed the 144 we normally would have for a golf classic. So it just let us know we did a really good change on putting the golf classic on a hold for a little bit so that we could try and raise more money for DECA. So anyways, that is the 23rd of August. It benefits DECA for Clemens and Steele High Schools. And even though we're almost at the 11th hour here, we do have 2 teams left. It's 5 players per team for corporate. That's 11 to 3:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be at Fiesta Lanes Bowling Center. They've closed down the whole center for us for this corporate play. So if you want to bowl, if you want to have a good time, please contact us at the Chamber before Friday. Also, speaking about the filing, we will have our Meet the Candidates for the City of Schertz on October 17th. So as soon as the filing closes on the 19th, probably later on that week, we will contact all those that have filed to run and invite them to take part of it. Jay Johnson with J2 Leadership will be our moderator. I met with him today. He's very much looking forward to it, and so are we on him hosting it. Our August luncheon is going to have 2 guest speakers. Representative John Kemple will be coming to give us the legislative update, just a very brief one, hitting some of the business points and some of the things that actually did not get done in legislative session, as well as Jill Chapman with Insperity, who will discuss the 4 pain points of growing your business. And the last thing that I wanted to say was I wanted to show a lot of appreciation for Gil Durant, Emily Delgado, Larry Bush, and Mike Colombo. I had asked them, and they gathered together in less than 24 hours to meet with a member who is also business planting in Schertz. He's been building his business for the past 2 years. He's really close to being done, and I think he had some miscommunication with his engineers, with his contractor, and they got together and not only sat there for an hour going through the plans, discussing things. He's under a deadline to leave his San Antonio property and also get his business going so that he is ready for the fall. And they not only met with him, discussed options, they actually helped him find out where it was jamming up in his system with his people. I mean, nobody doing something bad, it's just a ball got dropped, and so they were working their best and were really on it. So Brian, thank you so much for all of them, and just wanted to make sure that I recognize you. You all hear a lot of things that are complained about, or things that, you know, it's so hard, but you have people that are working really hard to build a better relationship with your businesses in the area, and I want you aware of that. So thank you.
Thank you. And last on the list, I'm not sure, is this Mick? There we go.
Mayor Pro Tem, Dr. Brown, and council members, thanks for coming here. I just want to, I'll be brief. Did I tell you I was Michelle Treleski, 705 Maryland Drive? Sure. Better? I just want to briefly talk about something that's really close to my heart. In 2005, in my area, which is the older area of Schertz, we formed a neighborhood watch group. At that time, there were about 20 of us, and each one represented the different streets, from Maryland Drive to Oak Street to Judith Ann to Neldine. Our first police liaison was Louis Cretler, and I know that y'all don't know him, don't remember him, but he was a great guy. And he was our police liaison for about 18 months, and we developed an outstanding police-citizen relationship with him. Louis retired, and then we started getting different police liaisons, and it would be for maybe 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, or a year, and then it'd be switched. And it got to the point that the ones that were representing the police department would have family commitments come up. And we understand that. We know that kids are in school and they have sports and all that good stuff, but it got to the point where we were meeting by ourselves. So then we decided, well, we'll just have a meeting every quarter. Now, over the years, we've dwindled down to maybe 10 people, and that's due to people moving and passing away, because we're all senior citizens. In the last 3 or 4 years, Helen Lafitte, Officer Lafitte, has been our liaison. She's always been there for us. She never has rushed us through any kind of meeting. She's always been available for us to call her if we needed anything or had a question. And we appreciated that. She always checked on us to make sure if we needed anything or had any concerns whatsoever. I want to publicly thank her for that. She became our friend, and we're going to miss her. I certainly hope that the new liaison takes as much personal interest in our small group, in our senior citizens that we have, and don't just kind of blow us away because we are senior citizens. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is the consent agenda items, which we start with the minutes, approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of July 23rd, 2019. Ordinance number 19S19, an ordinance by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, amending the official zoning map by rezoning approximately .60 acres of land from single-family residential district R2 to Main Street Mixed-Use District MSMU, final reading. Ordinance number 19M18, an ordinance by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, amending the City of Schertz Code of Ordinances and certain other ordinances by amending and establishing fees for certain licenses, permits, and other services provided by the City of Schertz, final reading. Resolution number 19R96, a resolution by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, approving and authorizing water and wastewater line easement agreements across private property from LIB Holdings and other matters in connection therewith. Resolution number 19R97, a resolution by the City Council of the City of Schertz, Texas, authorizing the pursuit of transportation alternatives, program funding, and safe routes to school infrastructure program funding for the construction of sidewalks and crosswalks near schools within the City of Schertz. If any of the members would like to pull any of this, any of these items for separate consideration? If not, call for a vote.
Well, need to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to approve from Mr. Scagliola, second from Councilmember Gutierrez. And so now we call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 6 ayes, no nays. Or the consent, I get to vote tonight? I get to vote tonight? Aye. So it's unanimous. We are going to pass our consent agendas. Okay, All right, City Secretary, roll call confirmation.
Yes, consent agenda items 1 through 5. A motion was made by Councilmember Scagliola, seconded by Councilmember Gutierrez. Mayor Pro Tem Brown, Councilmembers Davis, Gutierrez, Larson, Scagliola, and Hayward voted yes. No one voted no. Motion passed.
Very good. On to the next items, requests and announcements. Requests announcements by the city manager. Mr. Brown.
I have nothing further, Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay, council members, do you have any requests for items to be placed on future city council agendas? Dr.
Yeah, I understand that some activity has been going on with the golf course recently. I was hoping we could actually have a discussion item to determine what the status of the golf course is from the residents involved, and possibly have a discussion amongst the city council.
Anybody else? Okay, moving on. Announcements by the mayor and city council. We'll start with Mr. Davis.
Nothing other than attended the Ashley Park ribbon cutting. Fantastic job by the Parks Department. Great job by the city of refreshing that park. Thank you.
Couple of things. Hog Wild, presented by our law firm. Great presentation, great information, loved it. The Guam Liberation Celebration, we had a lot of guests from out of town just come and join us in that celebration. We also I attended the food bag distribution by the San Antonio Food Bank. The Ashley re-grand opening, that was also great. And the TML meeting this past Friday was at Eagle Pass, and I'd like to announce that our Councilmember Hayward was elected as our new president for TML Region 7. Also attended the Watermelon Festival sponsored by the YMCA and the City of Schertz. I didn't do very good at spitting out the seeds, so again, thanks to our staff for putting the pre-budget workshop together. That was great information. And one final word. With the senseless tragedy the city of Dayton and El Paso had this past weekend, and I'd just like to send our prayers and our blessings from our city to theirs.
Thank you, Mr. Larson. Dr. Scagliola.
Yeah, ditto on the budget workshop. I know the staff really put a lot of effort into that, explaining what's going on, and hopefully they'll bring the presentation out to our residents so they can see what's going on with the city finances. And then Ashley Park, really super effort. It's amazing what you can do with some dedicated people out there who are thinking outside the box. And then the TML outing was awesome. Congratulations, El Presidente Hayward. And that's all I have, sir.
Thank you. I attended the 16th annual Hog Wild event, my first one. I'm sure many others have gone. It was a very unique and great experience, and learned a lot from the law firm, our city law firm. Attended the Ashley Park ribbon cutting ceremony for the grand opening. Staff did a great job. I think it will go towards making each park a different look, so that when you're going around to the city parks, you'll have some different type of equipment to play on as we keep going forward and renovating and redoing parks. I attended the pre-budget meeting. Thanks, staff, for giving us all the information we need to be able to make the correct decisions. The TML region workshop, as Councilman Gutierrez said, I was voted president, and we'll see how that goes and how well I can do that job. And I did attend the National Watermelon Festival at Pickerel Park. I learned that watermelons can float very well. Kids like to swim with them and have a good time with them, and I too am not a great watermelon seed spitter. So, and that is all.
Okay, well, congratulations again on TML presidency. All right, the last item is information or the quarterly financial reports and other updates. No discussions. Start with nothing. Okay, then we're going to move on to item number 7, monthly update on major projects. Mr. James. Yeah, no.
So thank you, Councilman. Yeah, we generally every meeting we provide a number of written informational items for council, just so council has that, so the public can read it. So again, I think as you said, there were 2 or 3 on there this time. Quarterly financial report, the monthly capital improvements program update. If anyone on council or in the community has questions about the status, feel free to reach out to staff in those departments, and we can provide more information.
All right, thank you very much. And that concludes the agenda for this evening. I love a short agenda. Maybe we can set a record here. Do I have a...
You need to adjourn the meeting, sir.
What's that?
You need to adjourn
Yes,
the meeting.
Yes, and so at 6:33, we will adjourn our meeting. Thank you.